It is nearly dawn. You have just beaten Batman Arkham Asylum. The inmates have all been locked up, and order has been reimposed, but Poison Ivy's vines remain. The island has been permanently swallowed by nature. But how did this happen? Who let her out? It wasn't Joker.
Harley! Ah! You have to help me.
Ivy? Gee, you look like crap. Maybe I can sneak you some shampoo.
The plants, can't you hear them? They're crying out to me in agony.
Yeah? Well, I really don't have time for this.
Please let me out. They'll die without me.
I don't know, Red. You're not on Mr. J's party list. Oh, well.
Please!
What the heck? I'll cut you a break.
That feels so much better.
It was Harley Quinn who released Ivy. But why did she change her mind? Ivy wasn't originally part of Joker's plan after all. She was an uncontrolled variable. Her agenda had nothing to do with him. Keeping her locked up was crucial to Joker's initial scheme. The scene feels silly and like a ditzy mistake on Harley's part, but it is the pivot point for the entire rest of the game. It stops becoming Joker Island past this point. Most players look past this scene because Harley Quinn isn't taken seriously. Not by the audience, not by the Joker, not by Batman.
She never was very bright.
The game presents her as comic relief. As eye candy for the male gaze, sometimes problematically so. But if that is the full truth, then why is the single most consequential decision in the game hers? I also want to clarify that I'm specifically pulling from Harley's characterization in the first game. Later entries in the series progressively simplify her. But this version of Harley presents herself as an actual threat deserving of analysis, and is much more in line with her characterization in the animated series. Let's re-examine the video beat by beat. The clip starts from Batman's point of view, watching surveillance footage of Harley singing to herself in the hallway. She used to work at Arkham. She was a doctor there, and has been seen utilizing the security system during Joker's takeover. She knows she is being watched right now. She knows where her cameras are. Her first words to Ivy are trivial girl talk.
Ivy? Gee, you look like crap. Maybe I can sneak you some shampoo.
Neither Batman nor Joker would bat an eye. It's what they would expect her to say. After Ivy asks to be let out, Harley makes an effort to bring out Joker's party list and takes a look at it.
I don't know, Red. You're not on Mr. J's party list. Oh well.
She is citing Joker's authority on camera. She is announcing the rule she is about to break to signal that she knows the rules, and that she tried telling Ivy no. This frames her change of mind to be impulsive rather than premeditated. She then walks away, takes a few steps, impulsive people don't walk away and come back. Again, she is deliberately signaling her alignment to Joker's rules before breaking them.
What the heck, I'll cut you a break.
She makes it look like a whim, something Batman and Joker would expect from her established character. The footage then cuts to Joker, who has been monitoring this whole time.
I could watch those two all day. What a riot!
It is a voyeuristic comment that reduces Harley and Ivy to entertainment, when in reality his plan has been compromised in front of his eyes. In retaliation, he unlocks all of the cells, flooding the zone to reassert control. We see the same retaliation later in the game, after Batman questions Ivy about a cure for Titan. She obliges, she's not playing Joker's game after all, and sends Batman on his way to find the anti-venom spores. Joker again retaliates by finding Ivy and injecting her with Titan. Joker's own hubris is what causes the situation to amplify and really get out of control. Harley lit the match, Joker poured the gasoline. Joker is aware of her betrayal, and we see this during a rant with Ivy late in the game.
When I finish with Batman, I'll be coming after you.
Will you really? Oh, that's gratitude, isn't it? Women. You give them presents, experimental chemicals, and nice costumes, and they still turn on you.
He is talking about two specific women, two specific betrayals. Experimental chemicals is, of course, Ivy. He injected her with Titan, and she continued to do her own thing, but now at a much higher power level. Nice costumes is referring to Harley.
How do you like my new uniform? Pretty hot, huh?
Who do you think gave her that costume? Joker knows that she betrayed him. He just can't admit it's strategic. A surface level reading would dismiss this as him being angry at Harley for not stopping Batman. A reading that knows how he operates sees this as acknowledgement of her betrayal that is framed as feminine fickleness to protect his image and dismiss Harley's involvement. Listen to the specific language he's using. Turn on you. Not fail you, not inadequate for the mission, turn on you. The question now is, why does she release Ivy? And why Ivy specifically? This wasn't retaliation like Joker's response was, but proactive. I believe she goes against the Joker's plan because she knows she's not allowed to win. Ivy is a female figure on the island who owes nothing to anyone. She's not performing, she just is. She exists outside of the system entirely. Not just within the Asylum's framework, but humanity in general, which is a topic for a different essay. She is not trapped in the same way Harley is. Harley isn't allowed to beat Batman, so she throws her fight and gets herself locked up. At this point in the game, she is stuck in a corner. Batman has made his way to the penitentiary, and it is only a matter of time before he apprehends her. The cell she ends up in turns out to be the safest place on the island. Safest both physically, it is one of the only places on the island unaffected by Ivy's plants, and the safest place from Joker's wrath. Wrath that we see in media like the episode Mad Love from Batman the Animated Series. Batman Arkham Asylum always felt like an extension of the animated series. Both share a lot of writers and voice actors. Paul Dini, writer on the animated series and creator of the character Harley Quinn, was also a writer on the video game. Arlene Sorkin, the original voice actress and inspiration for the character, reprises her role in this first game. Arlene's interpretation of the character is absolutely the definitive one, and other voice actresses try to replicate the magic, but I think the nuance and maturity of the character get lost. Arkham Asylum's Harley feels like a progression of what we saw in the animated series. In the episode, Harley actually captures Batman. She gets closer to killing him than Joker ever did.
You have who tied up where?
Joker is furious that it isn't him that is going to kill Batman, and he throws Harley out of a window. Lying on her bed at Arkham, bones mending, she begins to contemplate her relationship, even if only for a brief moment.
I finally see that slime for what he is. A murderous, manipulative, irredeemable... angel.
Harley's patient interview tapes in the game pull directly from this episode's source material, sometimes word for word.
Harleen Quinzel.
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
Harleen Quinzel. I'm Joan Leland.
Hi, Joan. Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I must admit, I was surprised you wanted to intern here at Arkham.
Well, I've always had an attraction for extreme personalities. They're more exciting, more challenging. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now, these are hardcore psychotics. Most would rather kill you than speak to you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast.
I'll warn you right now, these are hardcore psychotics. If you're thinking about cashing in on them by writing a tell-all book, think again. They'd eat a novice like you for breakfast.
The implication is clear. This Harley has most likely faced a similar event to the one depicted in Mad Love.
Damn! Well, he'll get me out! You'll see! Yeah, you'll see.
Now she does what she knows she's allowed to do: cause unpredictable things to happen under the guise of ditziness, but never allowed to be anything above a B+, as Joker puts it. She knows her role, and she is playing it to protect herself from multiple angles. She is playing the Harlequin archetype from Commedia Dell'Arte, Italian theater that was popular between the 16th and 18th century. The Harlequin was a ditzy, acrobatic, chaotic servant that would cause problems through apparent foolishness. Sound familiar? The audience laughs at the Harlequin, and that's the point. The laughter is the cover. Everyone around Harley can't read through this performance and accepts it at face value. To put it into modern performance perspective, Harley Quinn, for all intents and purposes, is a drag queen. Drag is the performance of gender taken to its most visible, intentional extreme. There is a common misconception that drag has to be a man dressed as a woman. But anyone can do drag. It is about creating a persona and embodying it. What Batman is doing is also drag, by the way, just in the opposite direction of the gender spectrum. As someone who does drag, who has performed femininity, I see that same feminine performance within Harley, and know what it's like to lose yourself when embodying a character. Readings of characters are shaped by the viewer's own experience. I don't expect players to see Harley and think, oh, she's a drag queen performing gender. But I think Harley works as a much more compelling character when operating under the lens of performance as resistance, as opposed to the generic girl boss characterization she falls under in a lot of modern media. The Institute of Arkham created the conditions for her transformation. Based on evidence from her interview tapes, she was set up to fail the moment she walked into Arkham. In tape number 1, she is warned by Dr. Whistler that the inmates are quote-unquote hardcore psychotics that will eat her for breakfast. Tape number 2, she has her first patient interview ever, with the Joker. Her first patient is the most dangerous, volatile inmate in the entire institution.
Patient interview number 1.
So I'm your first, am I, Toots? Oh, you know what they say, you never forget your first time. I'll try to make it memorable for you.
He immediately takes advantage of the situation, signaling that he is aware that this is her first interview, drops an innuendo, and collapses the doctor-patient boundary right away. What kind of psychiatric facility assigns its newest, least experienced member to its most dangerous patient? The same institution that assigns Dr. Kellerman, one of the few male doctors, to poison Ivy, and then is shocked when he gets mind-controlled by her.
Where is Dr. Kellerman?
How should I know, Warden? It does seem careless of you to have lost him.
But Harley's performance is not the only one molded by this institution. What does it look like when performance isn't rebellion, but compliance?
Let me introduce you all to the sterling work of our new head of research, Dr. Penelope Young.
Good afternoon, Arkham. Let's talk about the mind.
Pay close attention to this scene. This is when we first meet Penelope Young, doctor at Arkham Asylum and lead researcher on the Titan project. At this point in the game, the player doesn't know anything about her yet, but the effects of her work on Titan ripple throughout the entire series.
I have done exactly as you asked.
Look, you think I care? Stop your whining and listen good. If anyone goes near you without Joker's express permission, then I've been ordered to make sure you are taken out ASAP. Looks like you're a bargaining chip. Gotta tell you, the boss is all over this job. Planned like a military operation. Friends on the inside and out.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends. What I want to know is why you chose me. Did Joker specify me? Why don't you let me talk to him? I'm sure we can settle this.
In the first section, Dr. Young is being held at gunpoint by thugs, and is unaware that Batman is on the other side of the wall. I am aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends. This is a moment where the mask comes off. Listen to the way she says it. She doesn't sound like a hostage.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends.
She says this with irritation. She sounds annoyed, like she's correcting the thugs. She is, after all, one of these friends they're talking about.
Joker.
What's up, Doc? Pencil me in for tomorrow at 4. We got a lot of catching up to do.
She then follows up with a frantic question.
Did Joker specify me? Why don't you let me talk to him? I'm sure we can settle this.
This reads as someone correcting the mask slip to the thugs in front of her. She realizes mid-conversation that she's letting on more than she is supposed to know. If the player waits long enough to save her, another voice line is triggered most players never hear.
Why are you doing this? Let me speak to Joker.
This all suggests that Young knew of the Joker's involvement in Titan and of his escape. After Batman saves her, she performs the role Batman expects her to play, the rescued damsel.
What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true that Joker escaped?
She instantly signals to Batman that she has no idea that Joker escaped, which contradicts what she was just saying to the thugs, and is also supported by evidence provided at 2 specific points in the game. The first is according to information that Oracle retrieves about Dr. Young. She submitted her resignation letter a week prior to the events of the game, and has been in correspondence with the Joker via email.
I
I've hacked into her email accounts. 2 mails stand out. The first is a resignation letter dated last week. Sounds like she was trying to get away.
And the second?
A message from Joker. Well, Jack White. It's a long thread. She's begging to stop the experiment, says it's too dangerous.
Too dangerous. Not unethical, not immoral, not wrong. Too dangerous. Let's put a pin in this for now and cover the next piece of evidence. Joker's last collectible tape is not an interview tape at all. It is labeled Case Study Notes and is the private notes of Dr. Young herself. The tape documents Young's revelation that Jack White is the Joker and that she has been working with him this whole time.
I've been a fool. Joker was behind it all. He's Jack White. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane. How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing it, Joker. Do you hear me? Wait. How did you get access to a phone?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Doc. Had to split. I hate small, confined spaces. Reminds me of my childhood.
Another lie?
Who knows? I certainly don't, but let's not get distracted with details. So, anyway, I want my monsters.
I sent you back the money. I don't want it.
Do I look like I care about money? I just want my monsters, Doc. And if you don't give them to me, well then, it won't be funny.
This directly sets up the events of the game and takes place sometime after the Joker's initial escape off the island, before being quickly apprehended and taken back. If she found out right before the events of the game, why did she send her resignation letter last week? The answer is she didn't find out right before the events of the game. She just documented that she did. Why else would she record herself having this conversation? Unless she wanted it on tape that her discovery was recent and sudden. She was covering her tracks, providing evidence that her involvement was unknowing up until this point. An involvement that later entries in the series suggests ran even deeper.
We can be grateful to Jack for referring us to Dr. Penelope Young, who did for you what traditional medicine couldn't. It's because of her special treatments that you're here today.
This further layers her performance of ignorance, which by extension is a performance of innocence, to Batman. After being saved, Young very quickly redirects Batman out of the room by expressing concern.
That'll be the least of it. God, I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
She delivers this in the same frantic tone as previously with the thugs when asking about Joker. This sends Batman on his way and prevents any further questioning. Neither the player nor Batman register the dissonance between her words before and after being saved, because the game sets this encounter up as a stealth scenario, not a detective one. At this point in the game, Titan has not even been fully revealed, so no one thinks anything of this interaction. Batman's voice even softens after his encounter with Young.
Don't worry, Doctor. I rescued you first, and now I'll search the other rooms. You wait here. It's dangerous out there.
He is convinced by Young's performance, and sees Young as someone who needs his protection. Now, back to the too dangerous thread. Dr. Young doesn't care about the morality of her experiments. Draining the venom from Bane's blood to make a serum that turns people into monsters is not a gray area. She hides this under institutionalized language. Her demeanor, the way she speaks, all point towards a woman with authority, professionalism, and sound morality. She performs up in the same institution that caused Harley to perform down. Even her name, Dr. Young, evokes Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology. His entire body of work revolved around the masks people wear, the persona, the shadow, and the self beneath the performance. Jung is explicitly referenced in A Serious House on Serious Earth, the graphic novel that served as inspiration for the game. He is someone Amadeus Arkham sought advice from when building his institution. Dr. Jung is an original character from the game, and Rocksteady knew what they were doing when they named her, someone who weaponized her institutional authority. Jung sought to understand the masks. Dr. Jung perfected wearing one. In her final moments, Dr. Jung's mask fully slips. Her last words before dying in an explosion.
What else is Joker planning?
How should I know? You think anything he says makes sense? I think he's insane. Oh my god!
Get out of the way!
She abandons the framework she's built up her whole career. All of her work up to this point predicated on the idea that patients like the Joker can be understood and eventually cured through clinical framework. There are two possible readings to these last words. Either she never believed in the rehabilitative framework, or she did believe in it and abandoned it the instant her survival and credibility no longer hinged on it. Either way, underneath the mask is someone who sees patients as raw material, as stepping stones towards progress, and not people. Batman never gets to follow up on her final statement. She dies right after. It is a final, unexamined confession by someone who is destroyed by the chaos the institution she represented helped to create. One institution. One really long night for Batman. Two distinct feminine performances. A tale of two doctors. One set up for failure the moment she walked in, chewed in and spat out by the machine. Performing the comic relief for survival to not invoke the rage of the Joker. Slipping under his nose and releasing the one person on the island who exists outside of the machine entirely. Another performing with the institution, building a career under the guise of caring for the mentally ill to provide treatment and cure. Secretly, she was conducting unethical research, fully funded and approved by that same institution. But once the walls caved in, she stopped performing. Two women entered Arkham Asylum. The institution broke one and weaponized the other. Neither was seen clearly by the people around them. Not Batman, not the Joker, not even the player. Their performances worked because no one thought to look past them. Maybe now you will.